As far as the other thing that I do want to talk about before we move on is the interesting note with the DC HBO Max relationship, because I could see a world where that story is true, because you could see where the kind of prestige that Max probably holds himself to, right? As far as TV shows, like, we don't want comic book stuff. We did the Peacemaker thing. We did, we got the Penguin show. We have this Lanterns thing. Let's not, we don't want to become Disney Plus here. Let's one thing at a time. And John's like, this is my thing. This is what I'm doing. We've announced shows. We're partners with you. We need shows. This is what part of our thing. I could see that happening, but Winston, do you make any truth out of this potential rumor?
Sorry, which one? I was looking up something. I was trying to look up something about the MCU.
No, from the story I read about the gun and HBO.
I believe that, just in the sense that it feels like Zaslav, to this day, it feels like he still doesn't necessarily know what he's doing.
It's not Zaslav. This isn't Zaslav.
I know Zaslav kind of like greenlit that. You're saying this Casey person was the one that
this is the one, the head of Max has been giving a problem that Gunn had to go to Zaslav in order to get Lanterns made.
I remember seeing that. I guess I still blame Zaslav on it because he put this Casey person in charge, and I would argue that a lot of the stuff with Max has been in a weird disarray where then all of a sudden he was just canceling stuff left and right and pulling it off the platform. So I'm not entirely surprised, because it feels like the chain of command at times is a little chaotic. So I think it's equally as much about I would assume he put her in that position to do that in the first place, correct?
I don't necessarily know if maybe the person was there beforehand. I'm not sure, but I'm not on that same page in that one, Coy, because I think that this is more so of the slate. You look at the slate, whether it's White Lotus, House of the Dragon, these other shows that they, whether it's Mayor of Eastwick, these other shows that they have, these the other one, Hacks, they have tons and tons of quality shows that have been performing very, very well, and they probably think, hey, we know what we're doing over here. We don't want to overperform. We gave you your comic book show. You had the Penguin. We did good with that. We gave you Lanterns after you went to Zaslav, and you've got Peacemaker season 2 coming out. Leave us alone. We have enough now. And Gunn's like, well, no, we have to do more. And they gave him Creature Commandos also. So I wonder where that stands.
For me, I would look at the success of Watchmen. I'd look at the success of Penguin. To me, I feel like they would want, as long as it's good, more of it, because all the awards we just talked about Colin Farrell winning are awards for HBO.
Right.
Yeah. So like for me, I wouldn't imagine they'd want to buy the nature of the genre to be like, no more of that genre. I think it's just going to be piece by piece quality. So I don't know if I buy them just being like, no more comic book stuff if they've had so many hits. I don't think of HBO's comic stuff. I think of it as some of the best. So I think they just got really good quality control. What I hear is they just changed their logo, they're canceling stuff. I think it's more of an HBO being like, let's figure out what we're doing, not comic specific, but like the overall HBO acquisition thing. It feels like it's shifting, not specific to comics to me.
Well, my question is, though, because I know that they were for a long time trying to distinguish between a Max original series and HBO. So I guess that's the other thing I'm trying to figure out here is what is it that Gunn was pushing for in that regard? Because it sounded like he was trying to push for Max series and not going for HBO, in which case that doesn't make sense to not put that on Max. You know what I'm saying? Like that is where I guess I'm kind of confused about what this is trying to say. That's my only thing.
Yeah, it's just a matter of what really happened. I suppose because someone pointed out Casey Bloss has been there way before Zaslav. So but either way, we'll see. I mean, it's all rumor and hearsay, and they could be. The other thing is they could have a great relationship.
Yeah, we just don't know.
In complete nonsense. But what do you guys make of all this? What do you think about it? Put your comments in, your thoughts about it. Do you think the DC is in a good spot? Let's see what happens. Let's find out what's happening after Superman before we make any judgments. All right, let's talk about Stitch Fix. I know shopping's hard. I know it is. I found a much better way to do it, though. Stitch Fix, online personal styling, and makes it so easy. I'm not a shopping person. It doesn't matter. Even if I can figure out my size, stores never seem to really have what I need in stock. Then I'm not a crowds person. I'm not a lines person. I don't have the time for it. Stitch Fix, it gets you a stylist who understands your style, understands the size, gets the budget. They do all the shopping for you. So I just give my stylist the one that I have right now. I give them the size, I give them the style, I give the budget preferences. I order boxes when I want, how I want, no subscription required. And he just sends me for pieces, pluses, outfit recommendations, styling tips. It's awesome. I keep what works and then I send back the rest. It's very easy. There's no stores, there's no crowds, there's no stress. Just personalized looks that you're going to love. Stitch Fix makes it all so easy. And it looks like you know what you're doing, too. If you're walking around, you go, hey, look at you. You're in style. I said, I know, right? And then I give Stitch Fix some props. Anyway, make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/KHS. One more time, stitchfix.com/KHS.